What's up, everybody? This is Ben for Abusive. Today is July 21st, 2013, of course. This is just going to be a real quick update video. Just want to give you guys a little idea of what I'm doing here. Very quick video. What I did was I had to rebuild my roof. My car had gotten smashed up. Some of you may have heard the previous story. Like you see here, where is it? It's on this side. I'll show you. Like you see here, that big welt in the side of the car. Some kids that took a little BMX and they smashed the car. This is back when you guys saw that video where I got stabbed in the hand by those girls and got in a fight with a couple of guys. There was about 20, maybe college to or high school to college age kids. I don't know, 19 to 20 something. But they were rowdy, violent as hell for no reason whatsoever. Some of you may have seen the story on Facebook, but they did. They smashed a bike off the car 3-4 times, I guess, just bouncing off the car. They finally gave up when it wasn't really doing much damage. The same knife the girl stabbed me with, I'm not sure if that's showing up, but she keyed the side of my car, goes all the way through my tail lights. They smashed the tail lights. That's where there's water getting in them and the bulbs were popping and stuff. So they did that. The trunk, you guys remember from the music, was already split, but they were jumping up and down on here. They smashed my vacuum cleaner on the car a bunch of times till they actually broke the whole vacuum cleaner. See, I have it taped. I have to tape it together to make it work. So they smashed it up, and I used some Gorilla tape and some clear packing tape. But they put dents in the door. It doesn't really show up, but I mean, yeah, they did. They smashed the car. Kids were jumping on the roof, and that what happened here. I had a beauty panel, which was a single 3/4 inch of 13 ply Russian Baltic birch, and right here where the wood was meeting the lip of the metal, when they were jumping up and down, it made a tiny little separation. That little tiny little separation allowed water and moisture to get in, and over time the plies, where I didn't get any fiberglass, would slowly separate, swell, separate, swell, separate. So in the roof, the beauty panel is what I call it. This right here is almost 4 inches thick. So the top panel was just kind of sitting there for looks, basically, pretty much. Anyway, I started to pop up a little bit, and the more water got in, then it started getting it almost inside the car. So, well, it did get in on this side. It did get in the car. So, long story short, I guess right here, see right here? That's hard as a rock. It's hard as a rock. When you go inside the vehicle and hit on the inside of it, you can use a sledgehammer. You don't feel it up here. You feel a little bit of vibration, but not much. And most of that is because it's traveling along the surface of the metal. The vibrations are traveling the surface, but it's not really much to speak of. I got to replace the front glass, but I mean, that had nothing to do with those kids or anything. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm sanding down the paint because I want my adhesives to stick to the metal, not the paint. I am not worried about anything like rust or anything like that because there's going to be an oxygen-free barrier right there. That's what the adhesive provides. So I'm not going to worry about any rust or anything like that. So I'm using this Lanco right here. This is white seal, and I've been dumping a couple gallons of that up here on top of a couple sheets of the 13 ply Russian Baltic birch. Shoot, there's probably 3-4 gallons of fiberglass resin, Rage Gold Extreme, Kevlar, reinforced compound repair body filler, FiberTech. There's kitty hair, sheets of deadener, all kinds of stuff. There's give me a second. There's that product by Seconds, Lugs Runner Pro. I have roughly, I guess, a little bit less than a full sheet of that. I cut into pieces and had filled in a bunch of places, and then I poured, I forget, fellas, maybe 3, maybe 4 tubes of the polyurethane construction adhesive, and I sealed it all in, basically, like, I think the name of the video was Piece of Cake. So I sealed it all in. I recently took a pry bar, hammer, a couple of pry bars, actually, and I peeled that top beauty panel up and began rebuilding this. All this is hard as a rock. So I have another gallon I'm going to dump in there. And then I have this sheet of polycarbonate right here. So I'm going to take this massive sheet of polycarbonate right here. It's going to go underneath this lip here. It's going to go over the entire roof under the bolts. The bolts are going to create an X pattern. It's something that I'm welding in on the inside. So it gives the vehicle even a greater structural integrity. It increases the strength of the vehicle. Like inside here, you've probably heard it said many times before, there's over 100 tubes of silicone. Some of it was the automotive grade RBT, and some of it was industrial grade stuff. Some of it was silicone too. I'd mix it with polyfill. I also use polyurethane construction adhesive. But see this right here, it's all dead. It's all hard as a rock. It's full of polyfill. The whole frame of the vehicle is polyfill, and like I mentioned, the epoxies, the silicones, etc. So I'm sanding all this down with this wire wheel that I have right here. Going to my power drill. You guys will see that in an upcoming video. Some of you may say, oh my god, it's retarded. Your roof looks like shit. It looks like someone took white paint and dumped it up there, and there'll be some trolls. You know, that's cool, man. You know, like I think that every time you leave a comment, you're sharing a little bit of information. Just like a little bit of information. And when you leave comment after comment after comment, all those little bits of information begin to come together and form a picture. And I think that picture can accurately describe who you are as a person, you know. So what you need to do, you know, rather than riding me, you know, maybe look at maybe some of the insecurities that you're having in your own life, you know. Maybe it's something you're having in your life, you know. I don't pick on anyone, I don't troll anyone, but that's just me, man. I feel like I'm too old for that, you know. I just, you know, whatever. But I'm not going to put any more energy into that, you know. I'm not going to observe that and accept it or anything. I'm not here to purchase that. So back on topic, I'm going to be sanding this bad boy down. Get this thing looking pretty. The end result, fellas, what I want to do, I want to do this big vinyl, it's like a vinyl wrapping that goes over the sheet right here, which will be perfectly level. It was close to perfect as I can get it with, you know, the tools I have. I want to do like a vinyl wrap, and I want to do the car club names and all my YouTube subscribers and friends and stuff, because this vehicle right here, man, that's not even about me. It's not even about the music anymore. It's not, you know. It's become about having fun, exploring, learning, enjoying life. And each and every one of you guys have been there for years for me, man. It's been, what, 3-4 years now here? And you guys have been there for me through the spider bites, you know, the near-death experiences, with dying twice, basically. You know, the 2 freaking strokes where I couldn't talk for a few months. I couldn't even talk right. That's one of the major reasons that you guys haven't seen me do a lot of videos where I was talking, because I couldn't talk. I was having a lot of trouble forming my words. I'd go 3, 4, 5 days without sleep, no drugs. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. Those of you that know me know that's the way that I am. But man, you guys were there for me, supporting me the whole way, man, and I just want you guys to know, from me to you, man, I love you guys to death. I do. I mean that. So I'm going to do some more videos. I'm sorry it's been taking me so long. We just moved to a new house. The old house, we moved away from there. That's why all the crazy violence was going on with the neighbors, and it was getting to the point to where I didn't want to hurt someone really bad, you know. Because that's not the type of guy that I am, you know. So we got out of there, man. We moved to a new place. A lot of woods out here. You could probably hear all the frogs. Maybe you can hear the frogs. I don't really know, but all the, I guess, crickets and grasshoppers and stuff. But it's closer to nature, and I'm happy, fellas. I'm happy. So build videos to come. Probably set to music. Maybe some talking. Maybe I'll get back into some more hardcore physics and thermodynamics and stuff, you know, in the future. You know, for your real tech guys, I'll get into light and sound and propagating sound through the vacuum of space and through different materials, and, you know, the speed of sound in air and the 13,560 inches per second and the pressure and the spin of the earth and magnetic fields. I'll get into all that stuff with you, man, for you real hardcore techie guys. Just give me some time to find out again who I am, I guess. You know, I'm still recovering, you know, so yeah. One more thing I want to show you. I've never used this particular product before. It's a 3M marine adhesive sealant. This is the 5200. It's also white, just like this silicone here. A lot of the things I use are white, like this. Some of them are black. There's only so many colors, you know, as far as adhesives are concerned. The adhesive that was seen on the dust cap, that subwoofer, that's not silicone. And that's not like some white bathroom caulking or something like that. Caulking. That's actually a VHB, which stands for very high bond, which I can kind of say I chemically weld with it. I can use it to bond chunks of metal together. So that's what that is, holding the dust cap on. That's the adhesive I had on hand, and I used it, and you know what, it worked phenomenally. Subwoofer may be ugly as hell, but you know, it's loud. Sometimes loud isn't always pretty, you know. So anyway, man, this has been for Abusive, fellas, man. Thanks for listening and everything, you know, and catch y'all soon. Peace.